Little guy, I love you. Papa John's Cheddar Crust Large Pizza with extra garlic butter sauce, along with their cheddar cheesy bread with marinara sauce. I've got extra garlic butter though too for that. So we got a really good cheat meal this week on here, guys. You know the big guy loves his pizza, and I'm really looking forward. It's feeding time. Wake up! It's feeding time! Yo, welcome to Feeding Time. The big guy, Ryback, Sin City, Casa de la Big Guy. Papa John's today is on the menu for my cheat meal this week, and we're going to be reviewing the Papa John's Cheddar Crust Large Pizza with extra garlic butter sauce, along with their cheddar cheesy bread with marinara sauce. I've got extra garlic butter though too for that. So we got a really good cheat meal this week on here, guys. You know the big guy loves his pizza, and I'm really looking forward to digging in to this. And I got a little dessert for later over there, their Cinnabon things. And this is a really well-rounded cheat meal. This is typically on the delivery app Postmates. I believe this was about around $21 for the pizza. In person though, you're looking at around $11, $12 in person with their cheddar crust, and for the bread around $11. I believe it's the same. It's not too much of a difference, but the delivery app prices versus in person. So way better off going in person if you're going to get this. But just got done going live, getting this here. We're just go from one thing to the next. So it's feeding time. See what this is about. This is Papa John's new cheddar cheese or cheddar crust pizza. It's a cheddar crust. It smells good. Normal thinner style pizza here, if you can see. And no topping. It's just a straight cheese pizza. On this one, we're just gonna go straight cheddar, baby. I love a good pizza. I'm starving. Uh-oh. You're a dog collar. Little guy, I love you. He's a happy camper. He has real bad food allergies. No more chicken and beef. Salmon, had to switch him to Purina Pro Plan. Salmon, sensitive skin and stomach. Took him, he's going to be getting the caddy shot like once every other month, every other month, and an allergy pill. His skin, he was losing fur. It's just gotten, we make his food, everything like the farmer's dog, we make it. He's just, he's super allergic to stuff, but he's doing really good now. Not itching like he was. His fur on his paws is looking a lot better. But I got to give him salmon, make salmon for him to give out for treats. Oh man, not bad. This is looking forward to this. Let's go a little garlic. What do you think I'm going to give this in the review later? I don't know if we're going to eat all of this on camera because of obviously time. We're going to see where we're at time-wise, how this is flying, how it's going. I'm going to talk about real quick, not yet, the little Kevin Owens Cody thing that happened this past week. All right. Try another slice. I love the garlic butter. You guys, if you know me, you know I love the garlic butter sauce. I was looking forward to this one because I love the pizza feeding times. Oh God. I love you. Oh, he shakes. He shakes when he wants something. You're gonna get salmon in a little bit. You're gonna get your salmon. You know I love you, Beba. You're just a good little Boston. You stop shaking. You stop shaking. You're gonna get your food. I love you more than anything. You're a good boy. Uh-oh, the monster. The popcorn. Where's your little Sophie at? Hi, little Bubba. Hi, little baby. So I put out a tweet. You saw the Cody Rhodes podcast with Kevin Owens. It's great. I was notified and just saw there were a bunch of people saying that it looked like he was talking about me, Kevin, and on the show it was about somebody charging too much on the independents, which I was like, and I went and watched the clip. I go, geez, it looks like he is saying my name. And Cody goes, I did shows with him, and me and him did some shows together during that period, and I found the whole thing weird. I was like, I get along with both those guys really, really well. Like never, not even close to nothing bad ever. They're both great guys. I'm gonna talk to Kevin, and quite a while, probably after my first, I talked to him a bit first, maybe a year or two after leaving, maybe a year and a half. And as with a lot, as you just go away from it. But and Cody, I've talked to, not recently, but we've talked much more with. So I was like, oh man, that doesn't seem like. But I know we all, when everyone's around each other, bust your balls, people joke around, and nothing they ever do is ever like malicious. But I go, it sure as hell sounded like, even though it was blurred out. But anyways, I was like, I put out my story again. I was like, because they had articles about that when I left, and there were some fake ones on fake, not real prices, but my rate was higher. But I had a guy, the manager at the time, what I put in the tweet, and it got almost a couple million views, 1.6 or 7 million views in a day. I just kind of put like what I told you guys, everybody, the whole story of everything that's happened, why I stopped. Because Kevin mentioned the guys like not getting booked. He didn't know if it was by design or not. And but it wasn't bad. But I was like, ah man. And but like I said, like me and him, I go, I've never had anything with. I go, why did I go? I was even wondering, why the hell would I even come up in that? Because Cody was charging less, and we don't have to discuss dollar amounts, but I wasn't charging like way more, but it was more, and that was set by the promoter that was the manager for me at the time. And who knew, and that was the going rate, and people We do things like meet and greets, where you split meet and greets with them, in ring photos, intermission or after the show, which I did very good. And oftentimes this isn't not longer than Cody's at that time. And Cody did very well at that time. You got to remember though, what I walked away and coming off of, and we did very good business pretty much everywhere we went, maybe with the exception of the one Australian tour I did, which I've talked about that one, which was just the guy cuckoo. But for the most part, everywhere we did really good business. And I again stopped the wrestling because of stem cells, the injuries, but anyways, I should have just messaged Cody or Kevin like, hey, was that my name? And I said, I go, I'm going to tell my story again because I want people to know what the fuck happened, right? Because there's been a lot of BS and a lot of lies, a lot of manipulation. And I didn't say anything bad about them. I wouldn't. Get along with all those guys. But it was received pretty positively. And then Kevin calls me the next day. I'm training. I get back later. We get in contact with each other. And it turns out he's not talking about me, which made more sense. And I didn't ask, and he did not. He kind of gave a little hint, but it's none of my business. It's no one. It's not. But it wasn't that kind of stuff. And there was a lot of other people mentioned, and my name was brought up in another thing, but it was edited out with a lot of other people's names. And so it's like that stuff gets edited too all the time and things. And so, but anyways, and then I deleted the tweet and put out a correction just for him because I don't want people getting hate. Those are great guys. But I know there's a lot of people wondering who he was talking about. And honestly, I don't know with all of that. And I've heard of guys that have left after me. And I'm honest, that stuff. I've never any reason why, but there were some fake articles out there of like ridiculous things with me that weren't true. But I've heard, and who knows what's exactly true with other people with what you read, right? But I saw other people asking for like I go, geez, that is hard to make back on that kind of stuff. But you got to know why you're leaving. Like I told me and Kevin didn't understand the injuries. A lot of the guys don't. They don't know because they don't. Everyone has their own lives and their own business, and he's got his own stuff going on now, and hopefully everything is going to be all right with him. And I understand what that's like, having everything come to an abrupt like what the hell's going on, right? Well, everybody has their own business, like what they're doing. When I explained to him, I was like, everything and how promoters made money on me. I go, Cody might have taken half of what I was getting on a downside for the show, the flat rate, but maybe he was keeping his meet and greet. I don't know how he constructed his deals. I just know how we did ours and how we layered things in for them to make money on multiple ways through ticket sales, through meet and greets, and through half intermissions, which I would always split with the promoters. A lot of the fans don't know this stuff, or the people that write the articles. And on top of that, I always had very positive interactions, and anybody that's ever known or met me knows the truth. It's just these people that put out, and people want to be hateful. But anyways, we had a really good conversation. It was good to catch up with them. And, but I made sure I deleted that because it was like, I should have just messaged. But I put it out. It was me, and he even agreed. He goes, it's a positive though, because it wasn't a malicious tweet on it. And he goes, now more people know the story. And I go, that is good because I've explained it a million times. And that was probably the best viewed thing and with all of it. And he even said to keep it up. And I go, no, I'm going to delete it. I don't want people to read that and not see the tweet, even though the tweet that I corrected is done. I think it's getting close to 1 million, has done well. I just don't want people to see that and then go, and because I've had that happen and people don't correct where somebody puts out a lie or something else and they don't cover it properly. I was like, if you fuck up, just delete it and make it right on that. And so, but I'm curious too to who he said though. because it sure as hell sounded like it started with an R. And I've heard some guesses, which would be much better than me, based off his history. Like I said, we get along really well. He gets along really well with pretty much everybody. He's a really good guy. So, but that's a good show. Cody's got a good deal. But a lot of people don't know, like it's good to talk to those guys. When you pick right up where you left off, we were talking about how much time has gone by, and I was like, it doesn't feel like, he's like, I don't feel 41. I was like, I don't feel 43, even with, but we're all getting older, everybody. It's just, it's life. Hopefully, no matter what, he'll be able to do other, even if he can't wrestle again, which hopefully he can. I don't know. But that's how things should be handled, though, if there's ever, you know. I get along, though, with pretty much everybody really well, outside of the couple people there were. And most of it was just political, so. Man, the pizza cheat meals rule. We're going to give this a review here shortly, guys. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this off camera, not keep you guys here for half an hour. I know some people like that. The algorithm doesn't, though. Let's see. Try a corner piece here. The old cheddar bread, cheesy bread. I don't know how I feel about the marinara with this. Oh yeah. Go garlic butter. Unless it's just a little marinara theme. The flavor on this comes out way more with the garlic butter. The marinara just doesn't do it for me with this. All right, done. I'm gonna finish this after. My little guy. This was the Papa John's cheesy, the cheddar crust pizza and the cheddar cheesy bread. Good pizza, not bad at all. No toppings on it. I just got it how it came to do the review. I didn't want to alter it. I just wanted to see what it was. And I typically like to get like mushrooms and olives and pepperoni on a pizza. I don't mind cheese pizza at all. It's actually a good pizza. The crust is not bad. It's not overwhelming. It's not like this huge thing. It's maybe just a slight. It does, I will say, it makes the crust, though, like for me, sometimes eating the crust, you're like, the crust, right? I feel like you don't get that as much. You're looking forward. It has a little bit of flavor. It'd be even better if it was stuffed crust, too. Really max that cheese out in there. But for what it is in a thinner pizza, it's good. I don't think I would get this like over other. I would get a stuffed crust or something if I was just gonna. Hey, we're doing pizza. What do you want? I would get something different. But this also is not bad at all. I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10 this week. It's a good pizza. I've had much better though, but it is a good pizza. It's not bad. If you love cheddar, you're gonna like it. But it's nothing to write home about. The cheddar cheesy bread, same, not an overwhelming thing. That piece has a good amount of cheese on it. Looks like it's going to be a pretty decent piece. Most of it was, I don't want to say it was dry, but the marinara did not go well with it for me. The garlic parmesan, the garlic butter sauce, dipping sauce, way better with this. And I'm sure they have a bunch of dipping flavors. I'm sure there's probably multiple better choices in marinara. It just the flavor didn't pop out with it like it did with the garlic dipping sauce. So I'm going to give that a 7 out of 10. Not bad, but there's definitely better with that as far as the breadsticks go with everything. But it's worth a shot. I think if you like cheddar, give it a shot, guys. See what you think on all of that. And that's that, man. That's that. I appreciate you guys each and every week joining me on here. Check out my Feed Me More Nutrition on feedmemore.com for all your supplement needs. Save 10% discount code YouTube10. We've got merch, drinkware, ball caps, and workout accessories for men and women. And we use stevia and monk fruit. No harmful artificial sweeteners and colors, which if you guys have noticed, they're banning artificial colors now in everything starting in 2027, and the majority of things with that. And so these artificial sweeteners are not far behind, hopefully, with all of that. So we are ahead of the curve with Feed Me More Nutrition. And I appreciate each and every one of our loyal customers and all of you guys that support on every platform, whether it be TikTok, whether it be here, any of the other socials. Thank you guys. I've got all that information if you want to follow me anywhere, all in the description each and every week with a write-up for the video. If you ever want to check those out, guys, or need any information, it's in the description each and every week. The website, everything with all that. So other than that, thank you guys again. Every Monday, 9 a.m. Pacific time, brand new feeding time. And until we feed again, Rybackers, stay hungry. And that's the last bite. Feed me more. Thank you very much for your love and support on the channel as we approach 500,000 subscribers. Please like, share, subscribe, turn notifications on. Check out my Feed Me More Nutrition merch, drinkware, ball caps, workout accessories on feedmemore.com. Save 10% discount code YouTube10, YouTube10. Check out my motivational book, Wake Up, It's Feeding Time on Amazon and Audible at Ryback and at Feed Me More Nutrition across all of social media. And that's the last bite. Feed me more.